Hello, testing, 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 testing. Actually, I kind of like this sideways angle. I don't mind it. Yeedy McLeedy. That is interesting. Yo, what's up, guys? Kind of like this sideways angle because then I look here and I'm staring off into the void like I'm being filmed by a professional film crew. Happy Thursday, everyone. The following stream has been sponsored by Samsung with the new Samsung Galaxy S5. The Samsung Galaxy S5. I forgot what the tagline was for this, but it was a tagline of some kind. So, yeah. Oh, I didn't have a case on that. Oops. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, what's up, everyone? This light is... That doesn't look right. This is like super easy to twist this whole thing. Try to not drop the iPhone that's charging there. Maybe I can turn it like that. That looks kind of weird. I'm not sure. 97%. Okay, so that can unplug. And this one can plug in. 86%. Okay, that's kind of pointless. Okie dokie. So, I've just, you know what? Now that I think about it, I was going to do a video idea, but I think I can just do it while I'm streaming because it's one that doesn't require a whole lot of editing. So, since we got a couple people in the chat, would you guys like to just discuss random stuff? Or, and I'll get to that question in a sec, would you rather just discuss random stuff for the stream, or would you rather that I first go through my list of... You know what? Never mind. I think I'll just do that in a separate video. So because the stream will go beyond that. I was going to say I could do a video of a list of all the vacuums and phones that I want to try to get this year. But, right, I could say it in this stream and then also say it in a separate video for a bit of redundancy. I guess it wouldn't hurt necessarily. You guys would just be the first to hear the list. Not all that exciting, but I figured it would be interesting to see, what it is I'm trying to look for. And yeah, I was watching your videos when you went live. That makes sense because I just posted a video that was like almost an hour long or like a half hour long. So if you watched it right when I put it up, then yeah, it would be, well, if you watched it a few minutes after I put it up, then yeah, you'd be just finishing it. I have a kitten I found while exploring Chernobyl, but it looks like a normal kitten, and he sounds like an adult cat. Interesting. Kittens are nice. What is the cheapest vacuum you have owned? When you say cheapest, are you referring to cheapest that I paid for it, or cheapest that it retailed for? Because cheapest that I paid for of a vacuum that I currently own, I guess you could say was the Destiny Plus, because the Destiny Plus, I got that, I traded someone with that, a machine that I paid $1 for. So in a way, you could say that I got it for like $1 or $2 after tax and after putting a new belt on the other machine to sell it. The Powerforce Helix that I used to have, I traded that for the Destiny Plus. I mentioned this in the Destiny Plus video, which, as you know, the Destiny Plus is basically the Phantom Thunder. So, in that case, then the cheapest one that I would have got probably would have been the Phantom Thunder. And then some runner-ups for the cheapest ones would be one of my Powerforce Helix Turbos that I got for like $4 or $6, as well as the... Black & Decker air swivel that I got for free, actually. I forgot about the air swivel, which is literally sitting right in front of me. That I technically got for free because it was just laying on the doorstep. So that would be the cheapest one because that one I got for free. Runner up would be the Destiny Plus, and third in line would probably be the Power Force Helix Turbo. Yeah. So, and then a lot of them I got for pretty cheap. Most of them I got for around 20, $30. I think the most I ever paid for a vacuum as of right now, the vacuums that I currently own, the one that I paid the most for would have been probably, trying to think. Yeah, the Powerglide Platinum, or no, the 1739, because I bought a brand new one. So yeah, that's $56. Although I paid 46 for it because they marked down the price. Let's see. I need to get. Oh, and then the other. Oh no, yeah, I just went past that one. Let's see. Anyways, I failed my permit test. Oh, that's not good. Well, hey, I failed it the first time I did it as well, and I was 18 at the time, so I don't know how old you are, but if you failed it and you're like what, 14, 15? I failed it at 18, and I had to take it a second time to get it. By that time, I was almost 19, and now I'm almost 20, so I've had my license for about a year. So don't feel bad. Plus, I didn't know how to ride a bike until I was 16. No joke. Like, to ride a normal bike, I didn't learn until I was 16. Because, like, whenever I was little, I kind of lost interest in riding bikes. And then my friends at the time basically just taught me how to ride. They're just like, dude, just do it. And they were, they were super helpful. Even though they're like, they're not like, oh, hey, let's do this. They're just like, come on, man, just do it. But they're also like, they actually helped me figure it out. So that was really cool of them. And then the dude helped me. His little brother ended up beating me with a metal baseball bat, and he stole He stole one of my Xbox controllers, but I got it back. But I don't have it anymore because it's in Louisville. Let's see. So I need to get a new computer. That's on my list. Threw in a fresh hard drive, freshly installed Windows 10. It did the exact same as the hard drive that I thought was an issue with the OS. Bring that compute on Sunday. If you're free on Sunday, let me know. Text me. Bring that computer over, and I'll work on it for you. Or we can hang out, and I can work on it for you. So I'll help you fix that computer. And worst case scenario, we don't fix it. I'll be selling my old laptop soon anyways. So if you want that, you'll get first dibs on that. My sister did a hit and run today. LMAO. She got her license. Wait, what? A hit and run? With a human? That's not good. Oh, God. Is Bissell bad? Matthew Broom. I like that last name. Is Bissell bad? I don't think so. Sometimes their products can be frustrating, just like any other company. Even Samsung can be frustrating, and they're pretty much my favorite company. The Black & Decker looks like a goblin. My most expensive vacuum is my Riccar Vibrance. Okay, well, that's a good vacuum to have be your most expensive one, because that's a very high-quality machine. My local vacuum store has one, and I'm considering getting it just because I've never owned a Riccar before, and they're really good quality machines. And I think I kind of has my collection is kind of at a disservice for having such low-end and older machines. Let's see. I was only one question away from passing. I was too. The most expensive vacuum was my 1987 Kirby Heritage 2, which I still have. My grandma got it brand new. I passed on my first time, got a point or two knocked off because I was too hesitant. I hated driving, still do, but I'm willing to do it. Hey, I mean, I initially didn't like it at first, but now I find driving to be really relaxing. I enjoy driving. The only issue is that the line that holds my hood on snapped, so I have it held in with a bungee, so I need to get that looked at. But yeah, so you were in a stream when you plugged in the 352-5. I remember. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I think, oh yeah, do you have the 352? Yes, I still have it. Again, I will say this. If I got rid of a vacuum, I will mention it. If I say I have a vacuum and I don't say anything else, that means I probably still have it. And even if I didn't, you would find out in the next collection video, which I will probably make another collection video probably at the end of next week. Because I may be getting another vacuum soon. Maybe. And it's going to be a pretty good one. So I want to get that first. But yes, let's see. And don't ask if he has one if you already know that he does. Exactly. My vacuum is not pickup. I don't know what that means. Hey, do you know that Samsung makes vacuums? Of course. They've made vacuums for a while. That's what the Powerglide was based off. The Powerglide was based off the Quiet Jet and the Quiet Storm uprights from 2001. But the good news is I got a new phone Tuesday and won a DC-14 Animal at a Goodwill auction today. There's Goodwill auctions? I can only hope that a new computer, new TV, and a new car next. Nice. Do a video on that DC-14 Animal. And what kind of DC-14 Animal is it? I mean, there's really only two ways to kind of really decipher what version of a DC-14 Animal is. Number one, does it have the front handle or the rear handle? Does it have the larger DC-07 style handle or the DC-17 style handle? And also, does it have the filter latch like on the DC-07, or does it not have the latch at all and it's just screwed in for the little, not filter housing, because on the 14 it's not a filter housing, but that little section next to the motor, that is the filter housing on the 14. Because that's a good way to kind of easily tell when it's from. Because later DC-14s don't have the button there. Only the really early ones have the button there like the DC-07s do. And that's the one that I missed, was that low reach one, and I'm still upset about that because I really wanted that low reach. But hey, it is what it is. And again, I'm getting another vacuum soon that makes up for it. And then I would much rather have than a 14 because it's much harder to find. It's the only sort of hints I will give. Anyways, at shop.goodwill.com. Oh yeah, so there's a Goodwill website. I forgot there's a Goodwill website. I know there's a Goodwill eBay listing. That's where I got that DC-14 from, or that's where I would have gotten that DC-14 from. Why did it not... I was going to say, do I not have internet, but I'm streaming. I typed in shop.goodwill.com, and it... Yeah, I spelled it correctly. Why is that not loading? www.shop.goodwill.com. Firefox is having a seizure right now. What is going on here? What is this? Okay. Okay. Google needs a dark mode. Shop Goodwill. Here we go. Okay, so it's not shop.goodwill.com, it's shop Goodwill. Is this Goodwill? That doesn't look like the Goodwill logo. Okay. I'm just going to search for vacuum. Ooh. DC-14, all floors. DC-20. Ooh, okay. I am really liking this website. Shark Apex Duo, Hoover High Performance. Okay. Not sure. Ooh, Hoover Turbo. Oh my, I haven't seen one of these in years. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Why am I just... See, I forgot that they mentioned this to me last time I was in a Goodwill. Oh, is that a Cleanview? Oh, that's a Cleanview Helix. Oh, that's the same one I had when I was a kid. Wow. Dang. Oh, the front's all messed up, though. Can I zoom in on this picture? I can zoom in on the webpage. Okay, but not... No, I can zoom in on the webpage, but I can't zoom in on the picture. Why? Why? Wait a minute. Where's... Let me pop out the chat. Why didn't I do that already? Put that over here. There we go. Now I can actually see this. Oh my god, I missed a bunch of comments. Let's see. I'm free on Sunday. Honestly, don't know what the issue is, and I was planning on doing a custom build, so I'm not too stressed about it. Well, I still want to get it working for you, so... I mean, worst case scenario, even if you don't want to keep it, if you can get it working, you can sell it and put that towards your build. So I mean, I don't think getting it working would be a bad thing, would it? Possibly getting it working. Wouldn't hurt to try. And for my sister, she was pulling out of her parking space and rubbed against a truck's fender. Okay. When I hear hit and run, I think someone hitting a person, not hitting another car. Even though I know that's, not what it is. It was made in September 2008. It has the front handle, but the DC-07 style filter housing is screwed in. Okay. Well, since you told me it was September 2008, then yeah, that tells me when it was made. Because that's why I was asking. Because if I know when it's made, then I know, generally speaking, what... I also collect tornado sirens. Ooh, that's interesting. I love bizarre hobbies like that, bizarre collections, which you kind of have to if you're in the vacuum collecting business. But I just love that because like people collect coins and baseball cards and all that, but I love weird stuff like collecting tornado sirens. Who does that? That is just awesome. I love that. No, it's shopgoodwill.com and dot in between shop and good. Or yeah, no dot in between shop and good. Okay, yeah, I figured that out now. What do you think about the Dyson DC-41? I don't like it very much. But I haven't used one myself for any extended period of time, so I will reserve most of my judgments. But first impressions were not very good. I only use the site to find rainbows. They get them super cheap. Oh yeah, Mila's and rainbows. See, a Mila, even though I'm definitely a fan of Mila because they're just high quality machines. I've never used one though, so I would definitely be open to owning a Mila. See, I know DC-34. See, I want one of these Dyson hand vacs. That looks like, is that a 34? That looks like a 16. I'm pretty sure that's a DC-16. That is not a 34. Oh, never mind. It is a DC-34. It says 34 right on it. Do any of your Samsung phones have screen burn-in? Yes. My Note 7. Where is it? I just had it. Okay. Oh yeah, I just put it back in the box. My black Note 7 has screen burn. My what else has screen burn? I am very happy about the fact that most of my Samsung phones don't have screen burns. Don't have screen burn. But my I think none of my S5s have screen burn, I'm pretty sure. Does this T-Mobile one have screen? Neither. Oh, my gold S7 has a little bit of screen burn, but it's very minimal. And neither of my Note 5s have screen burn. Oh, the white Note 4 that I'm selling, this one has a little bit of screen burn. None of them are really bad though. Even the ones that have screen burn are very minuscule, so I really like that. Because I generally get rid of a phone if it has screen burn, except the Note 7, because again that's such a rare phone that you can't really be a choosing beggar when it comes to owning a Note 7. But yeah, Dirt Devil hand vac, 3-in-1 turbo. Walmart just started selling these, so it's untested. Yeah, see, untested's kind of iffy. But I just looked at this. This actually looks pretty good. Even though I just bought a Bissell 3-in-1 stick vac from my normal Goodwill, and then I find out they actually made one with a power brush. Oh god, that's my mom's vacuum that got stolen. The 34? Selling my Mila was the biggest mistake of my life. Selling my Phantom Domestic was the biggest mistake of, well, maybe not of my life, but it was a mistake, was selling my Phantom Domestic, because I had a Phantom Domestic, the original Phantom, the one without the Thunder branding. Original 11 amp Phantom Domestic with the HEPA filter, with all the attachments, and with an extension hose. I think it was a black extension hose, so it was a Thunder extension hose, but still an extension hose. The only reason I even considered selling it was because the hose split. But later on, I found a replacement hose on eBay. So if I had kept that machine, I could have fixed the hose. So I'm very annoyed at myself because those are extremely rare and extremely hard to find nowadays, is the original Phantom Domestics. Before they were even called Thunder. Okay, so is this the 16? Is that the 16? I have the Samsung vacuum. Do you want it? The one that you can hold. Huh? What do you mean the one you can hold? You can hold any vacuum. That's the one. Oh, yeah, so it was a hand vac that got stolen. That makes sense. because those are much easier to steal than a big bulky upright machine, or especially a canister. This one has the box in it. How do they get these ones that are in the box? Why am I just now discovering this website? This is so awesome. Dyson V6 Motorhead? Wow. I really got to spend more time on this website. DC 65. Granted, it ends in 3 days, but it starts at 15 bucks. Ooh, here's that blue Power Force I was wanting. See, why does the other one start at the Dyson starts at 15 bucks? This one starts at 25. Come on. That's actually about what I would pay for it, period. But it's one of these blue ones that I wanted. Sorry, I don't know much about vacuums. No worries, dude. Also, that tool's supposed to be right there, not right there. What are you doing with your life? Oh, this has bags with it. I remember in April 2018, someone kicked my door down and ran off when they heard the alarm. So yeah, my vacs almost got stolen. So you need to get a hold of the other guy who was collecting tornado sirens, because you just pop one of those babies off if someone breaks into your house. So yeah, this is a 71Y7. So I don't think I've ever had a 71Y7, at least not one that was on video. Last time I had one, I smashed it, and that was long before I had a YouTube channel. It was at least about 5 years before I had a YouTube channel. So, yeah. Oh my god, I saw that for a second. I thought that was a Powerglide Ultra. I was like, oh my god. Did I seriously just find that? Because that's one. Yeah. Oh, here's a Dyson Kinetic. Is it kinetic or cinetic? Is it kinetic or cinetic? But yeah, that's the cinetic big bulb. Anyways. Oh, here's a Miele. Yeah, that looks like a really bulky vacuum though. Does Miele make lighter weight uprights? Because like I just don't. Again, why does this start at $10? I gotta cop me one of those hand vacs, because I really want one of those Dyson hand vacs. I don't even care if it's like one of the older ones. Like I just want a Dyson hand vac. Like they're all so similar that I'm not even really picky about which one, because they're all pretty much the same. Okay, so that's all the vacuums. Okay, so what else can I find here? Phones. Does Goodwill sell phones? I don't think so. Yeah. Well, these are all headphones, not mobile phones. They got the cat ear headphones. I remember these. Linus Tech Tips did a video on that. Advertise your weebiness, or I guess it'd be Neko-ness, because that's what that is being Neko. Oh, here we go. Grab bag 3, Samsung Galaxy Android phones locked. Minimum bid $64.29. We got 2 Galaxy S7s and a Galaxy S5, both Verizon. It says they're locked. Like Google account locked? Because I can fix that. Because I can break through those. So we got 2, and they're all black. Current price. Minimum bid. Does this one even have a sale date? Oh, ends in 1 day. Wow, okay. That's a good price, but at the same time. My friend JV is so scared of the coronavirus that he wore a hazmat suit to school today and wouldn't let anyone sit near him. Well, that's pretty much the fault of our media, because our media is overblowing this stupid coronavirus and making it act like it's a friggin' plague when it's really not. It's barely. Do you know the mortality rate of coronavirus? It's like 2%. Like, I'm not kidding. The mortality rate is like 2%, which, as far as I know, is lower than the normal flu. So, like, is that a Note 3 in there? I think that's a Note 3. That's a Note 3. I do need a Note 3. They got all these other phones that are junk that I don't want. And they want $54 for this. Are these even tested? Yeah, that's a Note 3. Yeah, I can tell that just by looking at that. That's a Note 3. And Teltec, what vacuums are you going to demo? All of them. Quit asking. Let's see. Lot not tested as is. Slight wear, cracked screens, one phone missing back and battery. Comes well packed. See, I just want to buy stuff from here just from simply supporting these. I'm not scared about Corona, but one time I wore a costume. I was taking my finals one semester during college. I sat in there next to the door staring at incoming people in my pink skin suit. Is that like the one, the guy, the Filthy Frank type dude? Ooh, iPhone 4Ss. See, these are worth a ton. iPhone 4Ss. I already have an iPhone 4S, but I don't have 4 of them. Caden, can you please stop asking the same questions over and over again after he's answered them too many times? Yeah, I agree. Could you get Abyssal Pet? Okay, yeah, you're getting muted. Again, you asked that question a bunch of times. It's getting very annoying. If you do it one more time, you are getting banned from the channel. I'm done dealing with that. I've been as nice as possible, and yeah. Here's an iPhone 6. Yep, iPhone 6. How many gigs is that? It has a case. It has the original Apple case and a screen protector. How many gigs is this? Item plugged in, powered on, but no further testing may or may not. Okay, yeah. So that might. It might be iCloud. This is probably iCloud locked. Do you still have an Xbox 360 with the Blades dashboard layout? I do, and I've been like completely procrastinating on. There was someone asking me to do a video on the initial setup of that. I still haven't done that yet, but I need to at some point. At some point before I die, I need to get that done. Okay, it's pretty clear this Goodwill is mostly, in the case of my 2 hobbies, vacuum oriented. But so that's really interesting. Anyways, so real quick, I figured I would start doing this now, but I'm also going to make it in a separate video where I go through all the vacuums and all the cell phones that I want to get this year at some point. So, also, Vac Carpet Cleaner guy is leaving. He says to enjoy your night. I hope you enjoy your night as well. I wish there was a certain company that makes beverages that could sponsor me. I really wish that they could possibly sponsor me. You know you're getting older whenever you actually prefer the taste of Diet Mountain Dew to regular Mountain Dew. I just like it doesn't leave that slimy crap in the back of your throat like regular soda and orange juice always does. Anyways, so this is everyone, including Intelitech Studios, should deserve more subscribers. I agree that I should deserve more subscribers, but do I deserve more subscribers? Probably not. But hey, I'm not complaining. The shipping with the DC-14 is $60 plus $20 for the OG price, so about $80 for an 11.5-year-old Dyson with all its onboard tools in really good cosmetic condition. I think that's a good price, to be honest. So that, you said that works out. Oh crap, I missed that, didn't I? The DC-14. I'll go look at that later. So I just opened up images of all the phones and vacuums that I want to get over the next year, and these are in no particular order. So the first one is a copper Phantom Fury. I don't care whether it's 10 or 12 amps. I believe the copper version only came in the 12 amp version, in the 12 amp model. So I specifically want this copper version. I think it's also called orange, but either way, this orangish color. This is my ideal Phantom Fury. Is just the standard Phantom Fury, no extra wide headlight, no garbage, weird newer Dyson style handle. Where it's the wand's just away from the handle and it pulls out underneath. You know what I'm talking about, like the Fury Limited Edition. So copper was only 12 amps and was a Wally World exclusive. Okay, so the copper Fury looks like it's in the same realm as the DC-07 original looks like. It was banned to the Walmart catacombs. And yet in both cases I prefer the Walmart versions to the standard color variants. And I also worked at Walmart for a few months. So isn't it funny how that works out? But yeah. Oh, by the way, I went to Walmart yesterday and they had. Did I just break this phone? No, I didn't. It's still good. So they had a bunch of filters. So I bought all these filters. Like, no joke. All these filters were $1 a piece on clearance. So all these filters, there's 10 filters here of various types. Bissell, Hoover, Dirt Devil, all these filters. I got them each $1 each. $1 each. Even like this, the Hoover twin chamber filters. This was originally on clearance for $25. I got it on clearance for $1. $1. And it's Febreze. So now normally I don't like the Febreze. I always say that I don't like the Febreze filters, and that's because the prices are inflated on them for them being Febreze. And I don't think that you should pay a bunch of extra money just for the sake of having the Febreze scent when you can just buy a bottle of Febreze. However, if they're $1, all complaints are gone. And I've checked all of these. Only one of these, the little baggie, was actually torn open, but the filter itself was fine. See, I got 2 of these filters. These are the filters for the Power Force Turbo and Power Groom. Not the Cyclonic, but the bagless. You know, the one that's at Big Lots now. As well as the older Power Force Helix Turbo. I don't think those went on any other machines. 2 of these Hoover twin chamber filters. 1 of these Dirt Devil style F1 filters because they only had one. And let's see what else. 1 of these Dirt Devil style F2 filters. And then 1 of the Power Force Clean View 2 circular filters, inner circular filters. This is, I don't remember what this is from. Oh, this is for the Power Force Compact. So that's the filter for that. And I think there was also, yeah, so I got a Dirt Devil style F1 filter and F2 filter. I think I mentioned everything. Another style 12 filter. I got 2 of those style 12 filters. And these are the ones, these are the style 8 and 14. So these are the ones that go in they look like that. They go in the liftoff, the velocity, momentum, the power groom, multi-cyclonic that I just mentioned that I want to get. Total floors, liftoff revolution, blah, 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 blah. You know what filter this goes to. So if you know this stuff, you know what all these go to. Yeah, so I think I just mentioned all of them. Yeah. See, this is the one where the plastic was torn open, but the filter itself is clearly unused. So, not worried about that. So I got all 10 of these filters for $10 at Walmart at the clearance section. They were all marked down to $1 a piece. Some of them had more filters. I may go back later and get more if I decide that I need them. Now that I'm saying that out loud, I'm probably gonna go there tomorrow and buy the rest, whatever's left there, because they did have more of the liftoff, velocity, momentum, power groom, multi-cyclonic, power clean, the 814 filters I just showed up. They did have a few more of those, so I may get those. I stole a style 12 filter from Walmart last year. Why would you do that? I've seen people steal belts before. I've seen people, because they don't seal the package, I've seen people just open a package and take one belt out and leave the other one in. So you end up buying it and you realize you only get one belt instead of 2. I've seen that happen before. Did you get Style 7 filters? I did not. They didn't have any Style 7 filters that were on clearance. Also, I went there today to get some Black & Decker air swivel belts for the air swivel that I just fixed. They stopped carrying them. So it doesn't have a belt, and now I got to order it off Amazon. Or Walmart.com, which, if I'm going to order off Walmart.com, yeah, I can do site to store, but it's like, that's going to take a couple days anyways. So you might as well just order it off Amazon with Prime shipping. Just get it that way. So, but yeah. So, anyways, back to this. So the Copper Phantom Fury. This is the one that that I want. Actually, where's the? That's not. That's the same thing. What the heck? Where's the one that was the other way? No. Okay, whatever. That's fine. So there's that. The Phantom Fury in this color. Oops. Okay, so that just reset. And then the Abyssal Powerglide Ultra, which apparently I had never seen one of these on YouTube until I saw someone post a video like that they posted months ago where this was their old vacuum. And I'm like, dude, I will buy that. And he's like, I already gave it to Goodwill. And I'm like, why did I just now see this video? I was like, this video's been up for months. Why did I just now see this? After the dude like long got rid of the vacuum. Because when you search Powerglide Ultra, the video didn't pop up because YouTube apparently isn't doing its job at actually having, tags that work properly. So yeah, by the time I even heard about it, it was already gone. I'm just like, dude, I would have given you like $50 for that stupid thing. But whatever. But yeah, so Powerglide Ultra, I still want one of these. Because I have the original Powerglide and I have the Platinum, but I don't have the Ultra. The Plus, if I had the opportunity to get a Plus, I would get a Plus, but the Plus I'm not worried about as much because, granted, I love the Plus's color, but that'd be kind of redundant. Because the Ultra is kind of like the middle ground between the standard Powerglide and the Powerglide Ultra. The Plus, I don't really see any advantage of the Plus over the original. I think it has a longer cord, and I think that's pretty much it. But I would still like to get a Plus, but there's not really any particular reason to. So if I saw a scenario where I had to pick between the Ultra or the Plus, I would obviously go for the Ultra. So, again, Powerglide Ultra, still want one of these. And I do like the color scheme on it too. I really like the kind of gold color scheme on it. And this one's a bit of a later edition where it has the Power Force style tools instead of the Powerglide style tools. Even though it still has the Powerglide and Cleanview style filter door. So it's really bizarre. It's like some Frankenstein between the original and the Platinum. But yeah, so I do want one of these. And, so I want one of those, of course. As well as the Dyson DC-14 Full Access. I don't have any DC-14s right now, but I've said this before that my favorite DC-14 variant is the Full Access because I love the purple and the orange. I just realized that's purple. I thought that was blue for the longest of time, but apparently it's purple. But nevertheless, there isn't really a blue 14 other than like a later edition where just the Cyclone Assembly is blue. I don't think they ever made a normal blue 14 that I'm aware of throughout the normal runs. So this is pretty much the closest I get, and it does have orange. I really like the color scheme on this. So I would like to get one of these early full accesses. So the DC-14 Full Access, that's the DC-14 that I really want. Just any DC-14 in general, other than an all floors or animal, because those are just so common that it's almost not really worth getting them. Or at the very least, if I got one of those, I would get one and then sell it whenever I get DC-14 that is a rarer variant like this one. Kind of like with the 07, how I sold the animal and kept the low reach. Speaking of DC-07, there are two DC-07s that I want to get, and the ones that I have now, both of them are like very similar in both regards, but they're just not quite the exact ones that I want to have long-term in my collection. I have the DC-14 low, or the DC-07 low reach, and the one that I really want is the full kit because I prefer the turquoisey color to the red. But at the same time, I think if I got a full kit and I had to keep either it or my low reach, I probably would end up keeping the low reach instead if it's in better condition. At that point it just come down to whichever one that I have is in better condition. But it would be cool to get a full kit, but I already have a low reach and it's very close, so this is more so just kind of like, hey, it'd be cool if to get one. Again, this is one where it's like, if I had to choose between this and any other color, I would choose this one. If someone had multiple Dysons available, DC07s, and I had to pick a color, this is the one I would pick. And also the DC07 carpet, which I didn't think existed. This is actually a picture from someone on Vacuum Land. Oh yeah, Sleep Dog on Vacuum Land. So this is a super old picture. But yeah, so the DC07 carpet is the original without the clutch. And the only reason I want to own this is because it doesn't have the clutch. Because I would like to own a Dyson, a domestic Dyson that didn't have a clutch. Because I would love to see what the Americanized take on a Dyson without a clutch is. And also because you don't have to worry about the clutch. You don't have to worry about this entire mechanism that costs, $40-50 every time it breaks. You just have a normal belt and it just works like any other vacuum. And I have 2 Dyson floor tools, so I'm not worried about using it on floors. You shouldn't use these on floors anyways because it'll scratch up your floors. So there's really no point to having the brush roll shut off unless you set it on something fragile while you're using the tools or something. But yeah, because these are so rare, I really would like to get a DC07 carpet. And you can tell this is a carpet model. It says right there, DC07 carpet. And you can tell this is an earlier example of a DC07, even though this one has the extra bumper that my low reach doesn't have and that my original does have. But again, my original is exactly like this, just with a clutch. So I'd like to find a version that doesn't have the clutch. And again, if I found one that doesn't have the clutch, then I would get rid of my original and keep the one that doesn't have the clutch, just because then I have a DC07 with a clutch and one without a clutch. So again, both these DC07s are very low on my priority list because again, this is in no particular order, just because again, these are just ones that hey, it'd be cool to have, it'd be cool to find them. Let's see. I missed a couple comments. My favorite DC14 is the low reach. Yeah, that's the one that I almost got. I do like the DC14 low reach, but it's not the most interesting one, but I still like it. I have a DC07 Allergen. That sounds British. Because Allergen, Origin, those are all like the names from the British machines, from the UK machines. To be honest, if a low reach with a bad motor or something ever pops up at Airway, I'll buy it, take the parts off it, and put it on the animal. See, that's another thing you could do, because you could just swap the parts over. So that's also an option too. So if you find one that's in good shape physically but has a bad motor, you can just swap the motors. Or I guess in a way it'd be easier to swap the entire rest of the housing. For something like a low reach, you'd have to swap the entire housing because the housing's different. If you're trying to move like a DC07 all floors to an original, then you just need to take off the few bits of yellow and swap it with the blue, which would be super easy to do. So it just depends on how in depth the color is. Even like an animal would be harder to do because more of the parts are purple versus the standard silver. So the next one is a Bissell Power Track Revolution, also known as the Cleanview Revolution, all that sort of stuff. And I just picked a random one that I found that I like the color scheme of. I'm not very particular on the color scheme on this unit. Whatever I find, I'll pretty much be happy with. I don't care if it has a indicator for the filters, or even if it has a turbo brush. If it's if it's anything Cleanview that has a good motor in it, I'll take it. This is just one that I selected just because it'd be fancy to check out one of the Revolution variants. But again, just any a Cleanview-esque series with this style dirt container that has a good motor in it, I'd be interested in, because those are very difficult to find. There is one person selling a Cleanview close to me, and I asked him, hey, can you send a video of it turned on so I can see how it sounds? Because I have the 8975 right here, but it has a bad motor in it, so I don't want to keep it. If I can find a better one that's in better condition that I can actually keep, and then I'll flip this one for super cheap, because I essentially got it for free, because my friend basically gave it to me. He didn't have to, but he basically did. So, I can pretty much flip that for super cheap, after even though it has a bad motor in it. And again, I could replace the motor in it. I know I've said that I might do that in the past, but I don't want to put that much money into a Cleanview. I'd rather just spend that money towards just buying a replacement machine and just selling the Cleanview off as is. Because my other 2 Cleanviews I sold to someone that I talk to sometimes now, and she's very happy with them because she doesn't care about the noise, but she just cares that they function, and they both function. So she doesn't care how loud they are. So in that case, she might even want this one too. I don't know, but yeah, you can tell how bad of a problem it is with every single clean view that I've had has a loud motor, which I've owned four at this point in the past like 3 years. I've owned four of these, and they've all been super loud. So again, just any sort of clean view with a good motor, I'll be happy with. But if I had to pick, it'd be cool to have one of these Revolutions, just because yeah, I haven't checked out one with these little side containers. And who knows, maybe that makes the filtration better. I doubt it. I doubt it has any impact at all on the filtration, but maybe it does. I don't know. So, and then also a Dyson DC-17. Now, this is one where I'm messaging someone right now, and for a DC-17 for $20. The only issue with it is the cyclone's clogged, but I can take it apart and clean out the cyclone. And I was supposed to meet with them on Monday. They stopped responding. So, like, I told them, it's like, I want to get the DC-17. So I really hope they respond. And if they do and I'm able to get it, then I'll have this exact one. Because the one that I'm messaging the person about even is one with the blue cyclone, which is the one that I ideally want. Granted, with the 17, literally the only thing that changes the color is the cyclone pack. So if I got one and it was a color I didn't like, I could just buy a new cyclone pack and boom, the color's changed. So I really want a 17. I've never owned a 17. Even though like I generally like more lighter weight machines, the 17 is pretty much, the one that everyone likes. It's the one that appears to clean the best out of all the Dysons because it was actually designed for American homes. This one's exclusive to the US. Did not come out in the UK. The UK got the 18, which is next on my list, a DC-18, because, and this is the only ball vacuum that I'm really wanting to get. Now, sure, if I see a 15, I'll pick it up, but it's not one that I really want. And then, of course, 24s and 25s are a dime a dozen. So, you can find those all over the place, which, again, it'd be cool to have one of those, but I'm not, like, super amped to find one. But, the 18 is the one that I really want, because the 18 is the one where back in the not early days, back whenever these were still on shelves, I always wanted one of these because, again, it was lightweight, still had the ball, so it was still swivel steering, and it still had like a lot of the cool stuff. Like it just seemed like a really cool high-tech vacuum. And so again, the DC-18, from what I understand, these had a lot of issues, and there's a reason why you don't see these anywhere at all anymore, and why they were replaced very quickly, because these were only on the market for like 2 years before they were replaced by the 24 and 25, because the 18 is like somewhere in between the 24 and 25. I think technically the 25 is what replaced the 18, sort of. It's weird because like the 18 is like somewhere in between the 24 and 25 size wise, but either way, I really want an 18. And in the case of the 18, I actually do want to get an all floors model because I like the orange. I don't like yellow, but I like orange. So, having an orange 18 and a blue DC-17, or the opposite, if I could somehow find the opposite, would be ideal. But again, I'm assuming that finding a 17 in blue and then an 18 in yellow or orange would probably be easier to find. But yeah, so a DC-18 is pretty much the only ball Dyson that I really want. So yeah, just a 17 and 18 I really want. And this is also why I don't want this type of handle on a 14, because you already have two machines with the 17 and 18. I don't need a 14 with the exact same handle, or a 15. And granted, I would like a 15, but 15s are so heavy, and I don't like heavy vacuums. If I bought a 15, I wouldn't use it. They're so prone to failure, especially because of the way they were poorly designed. The fact they have circuit boards in the ductwork that constantly causes them to fail. It's just something I don't really want to deal with. So if I fixed a 15, I would probably just sell it, and I probably wouldn't keep it. And yes, that is true. The ball is the only difference between the 15 and the 14. I don't like the DC-17, to be honest. Why don't you like the 17? BRB, I gotta go feed my mini Chernobyl cat. But yeah, so that's cool. So a bunch of these vacuums, and let's see. Sorry, posting on Facebook. Okay, the handle looks weird. That's why. So on the 17 and 18, you don't like the handles? I mean, it does look weird. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I would say that there's no point in saying that you have to leave if you're gonna be gone for less than a minute. I'm just saying because I think Caleb's done that too. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I thought it was Caleb. Either way. So next is the Abyssal Power Groom Multicyclonic, and this one also goes by the Power Groom Multicyclonic. Not to be confused with the new Power Grooms that you get at Big Lots. This specific machine, because I love this color. I love this color scheme. I've always wanted one of these back in the day when they were still, because this is kind of like, to me this is like a clean view with the like all the problems fixed. This is what I see. Granted, I've never used one, so maybe it has the same problems that the clean view did. I have seen some of these with bad motors in them, just like the clean views did. I know Fan of Vacuums 2 had one of these where the fan had an issue like the clean views used to do. And he actually knows how. See, I could fix that clean view and make it not loud anymore, but I don't have the tools to do it, unfortunately. And I've emailed Fan of Vacuums too. Maybe a way maybe he could tell me how to actually figure it out and get the motors actually clean on those, so that way they don't make the noise anymore. Because that would be great if I could just get. If that's the case, then I would probably keep whatever clean view I end up with. Just because if I could fix the motor and not have to replace it, then yeah, that'd be great. So the next is the only vacuum that still is sold new, and that's the Powerlifter Bagged Pet. Because this is pretty much just the high-end version of the new Power Force. And, I've recommended these a bunch of times. The only reason I really want one of these now is because they used to be $100. Now they're down to $70. So if I could find one for, heck, on sale for like $50 new, I'd probably pick it up. Or if I found one used, of course, that was in decent shape, I would definitely want to pick up one of these. Because, again, it's just like, it's just like the Power Force, but it has all the extra features. It has the larger brush roll. It has the turbo brush. It has the longer cord. I mean, that's about it, but, still. So, that's pretty cool. So, one of those. Not much to say about this. Just, it's one that I would like to find. And next, on to phones, because that's pretty much all the vacuums. Now there's a bunch of phones that I want to get. Now, we just got one of these into work, a Nextbit Robin. These are pretty much impossible to find. If you guys know Razer, the company Razer, they make phones now. They bought out Nextbit, so that's why the Razer phones look similar to the Nextbit Robin. But this phone is really cool because its initial sort of push was that it had infinite storage. Nowadays, I don't think that works anymore, but either way, I love to check out one of these, especially in this black and turquoise color scheme. We got one of these in at work, but it doesn't power on. So, but yeah, it was a teal and white one. But yeah, so ever since I held one of those, I'm kind of like, I want one of these phones now. And I'm pretty sure they're super cheap now. So I want to get one of those at some point. The next is another Galaxy Note 7. I already have a couple of these, but I do want to get another one, specifically another blue coral T-Mobile one, or just any other Note 7s in general, just because I like to have Note 7s. I'd like to have one in every color, but, yeah, it's probably not all that likely. But yeah, so... And next is the Note 8. And again, because I'm trying to find all the Galaxy Notes on the original firmware. So Note 8, blue or silver, or blue or gray. I don't care either color. Just one that's on the original firmware, Android 7 Nougat. As well as another Note 9, since, my Note 9 is in great condition, but have one for the collection, have one that I could keep. Again, either silver or blue. Don't really care which color. And also, again, on the original firmware. Nexus 6P as well. Because I want, that. I want a blue Pixel XL and the Panda Pixel 2 XL, Moto Z Force, and that's pretty much it. Because those are all phones that I want to do reviews on. And, those, of course, in the case of the Note 9, I already have one. And Note 8, I have one that I need to fix. But yeah, so a lot of these I want to get. And the vacuums also I would do reviews on, but mostly just, do demos on and have them for the collection. But yeah, so that's pretty much all of them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, so that's pretty much all the vacuums that I would want to try to find within the most part. There's some that are kind of overlapping, but let's see this, what? Okay, that's gone. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And then can I even drag this window over here, or will it not let me? There we go. But yeah, so got a bunch of stuff here. Let's go back to eBay and see what we can't find. Oh, yeah, I was looking at this one. This DC-14. Oh my Jesus. So they want $161. See, I'm tempted to get this because this is like one of the newer DC-14s where it looks like, I mean, this looks like a 33. Like this straight up looks like a 33. But so this clearly was one that they were selling, by the time the 24 and 25 were already out. This one probably would have been like an HSN exclusive because there's no model number on it. It doesn't say DC-14 whatever. It's just actually it doesn't even say DC-14 on it. But obviously you can tell it's a 14. It's not in the best shape too. It's got some scratches on it, some scuffs. They cleaned up the paint marks, it looks like, but it's just not the prettiest condition ever. But it's decent. See, all this is a much darker silver. Oh, DC-14 Plus, that's what it's called. Okay, so it is, yeah, it's a DC-14 Plus. Not sure what's plus about it other than it looks fancy. But yeah, I really like that. I like the how the actual Cyclone is silver and then the cones are a special color. I kind of like how those are all neutralized so that way the attachments and everything just kind of fit on there and the dirt doesn't color the Cyclone. I kind of like that. DC-14 Allergy. Ooh, this one's in good shape. See, that's like very similar to the one that Alex has. Why is the wand cap purple? Isn't that supposed to be silver? But yeah, so that one's in really good shape. Oh, it's in the UK. Crap. Well, is that? Yep, that's a UK plug. Ah, crap. I can't use that. Oh well. There's another Dyson. My mom wanted to buy a DC-07 Animal over the Power Track back in the day, but she didn't want to go in debt over a vacuum, so she bought the Power Track and bought me a toy DC-07 Animal. Well, hey, I bet you're glad she did that though, right? Because those Power Tracks are hard to find, whereas the 07s are all over the place. You can buy an 07 anywhere now. See, this is the one I want, the full access, but it's so expensive. They want $180 and $50 for shipping. Like, come on. I can get brand new DC-33s for 150. But at the same time, is it missing the wand cap too? Yeah, it's missing the wand cap. Which, granted, those are like $10, but still, that's another added expense. And there's no attachments. There's no attachments. It's missing the wand cap. There's no attachments. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's a full access, but it's not in the prettiest of shape. But it is a full access. See, eBay does this where like it glitches out. So that's the thing. It's like I don't even want to offer 100 to this guy because like 100 would be a fair offer, but it's like when they price it so high up, do you kind of feel like an ass for wanting to, you know. But yeah. Does show somewhere they'll label on the cancer missing the top flat for the wand, but again, it works 100%. I do really want one of these. Please contact us about shipping to Hawaii, Alaska, Puerto Rico, PO boxes, etc. Okay. I'm probably still gonna buy this though. I'll send him an offer though, because I do really want a full access. Is the cord chewed up? Can't even zoom in on. See, I can zoom in on the interface, but I can't zoom in on the. Yeah. It's like, is the cord chewed up right there? I mean, I can replace the cord, but it's like, again, that's all more money. It's like, I'd feel comfortable paying $100 for this. Maybe I'd feel comfortable paying $100 for this. And again, eBay just glitches out and I can't click on any other picture. Is that even the right handle? That's not the same purple, or is it? Is that the correct handle? Okay, this is probably a better way to look at this anyways. But yeah. Look at how badly gouged that whole bin is. Doesn't have any of the attachments. Also, why would you wrap the cord like that? You're just causing, because now whenever you let the cord go, it's going to move back down here and you're going to keep stressing that area of the cord. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Is that cracked? Don't get a Dyson, they're terrible. I disagree. Has the right hose. That looks like the same hose on the low reach. I don't know, it's awfully tempting. There's no attachments at all. Fully clean, that's how it works well. It does show where the label on the can. The only canister missing the top flap for the wand, etc. But again, it works 100%. Why do people sell vacuums in that condition? I don't have a problem with people selling vacuums in this condition. I have people probably selling vacuums in this condition for this price. Like seriously, you want $200. You want over $200. I understand shipping because again, shipping it's really expensive for these vacuums. But again, you have to count that into your price. This is like literally how much more I like. Here, let's open a new tab. Let's go to eBay and let's search Dyson DC33 because you can still find new old stock of DC. Look at this. $160 for 33, free shipping. Come on. And it's blue. Come on. Really? Brand new 33. Honestly, that's a good deal. Used. Wait a minute. Used. What? Oh. Why would you use stock photos if you're going to tell me that it's... So you should only use stock photos if it's new. If it's used, you should show the pictures of the actual device that's being sold. 30-day warranty. Okay, whatever. Yada, yada, yada. See this one, yeah. See this one's refurbished. That's $165. But again, if it's refurbished, unit may have some cosmetic blemishes that include scratches and surface imperfections that do not affect functionality. Ships in non-retail box. Well, again, you should be showing the actual thing. Now, okay. Here's the thing: if they have a huge quantity, like here, like they have over 200 units, that I can understand using stock photos. Or what they really should do is, first off, they should, if it's used in any way, if it's not brand new in the box, you should show the picture of it. And then if you have multiple units like this, then just say, hey, we got multiples of these. So it may not look exactly like the picture, but it's going to be somewhat like up the picture. So at least you get an idea of it. Where it's just stock photos, that's just ridiculous. Although, I just looked at this and it says direct from Dyson. So it's an extra 20% off with the code. Oh my. I'm gonna watch that because this is direct from Dyson. This is direct from Dyson. I just looked at that. Is that direct from Dyson? Visit the Dyson hub. So it says direct from Dyson, which confuses me because it's like brand new, refurbished. Let's go into refurbished. DC, yeah, DC33. Light ball origin. 179. So it looks like the 33 is the cheapest one. Yeah, 33 is the cheapest one on this entire store. Interesting. Vacuum tools. What do they got for tools? They got nothing. Okay. Refurbished. They got nothing. Support. Uprights. But yeah, so that 33 is the cheapest new Dyson. Or cheapest refurbed Dyson. But yeah, it's like, again, I can get this manufacturer refurbished for $165 with free shipping. You're asking me to, even if I offer the person $100 and they took it, you're telling me that that's the same. Like, come on, that's $150. This is $165. That's the same price. Come on. That's like such a minuscule difference. That's $15 difference. And this even says extra 20% off with a code. So that's gonna make it like what, 150, 140? You're telling me that, again, best case scenario, I sent the seller an offer of $100 and they took it. You're asking me to spend the same amount of money as I could buy a new one or a refurbished one. Because the other one's not refurbished. It's got like, yeah, it's refurbished, but it's not manufacturer refurbished. It's seller refurbished. And it's missing a bunch of parts. And I'm going to guess it probably has a bad clutch in it too. Anyway, that was a big long rant. So this one's nice. It actually has the... I think the blue one was the Walmart edition. I'm pretty sure. So this one's a multi-floor. So look, this says yellow, but that's blue. That's funny. 50. Oh my God, they want $50. And $40 for shipping. See, that's a good deal. DC33 multi-floor. It says, very clearly it says yellow, but that's obviously blue. Can I click on the pictures? Why can't I? Oh, I gotta love that potato quality camera. I mean, just from the garbage photos, I can tell it's in pretty decent condition. It's not tore up or anything. Is boring. Let's see if there's a DC. Okie dokie. Nice and DC 07 carpet. I doubt we will find one. Full kit. Oh, here's a full kit with the wrong filter door. Oh my, look at how badly that search or that release button is. Look how like that's all snapped off right there. This person has a bunch of Dysons though. Oh, there's a 17 in the corner of the pic. Parts in the Northwest. This is what, Washington? $90 for shipping, and then $150 for all that. Dang. Alright, I'm gonna be back in a couple minutes. I gotta go get me some foodulars. What's up guys, it's Intelitech Studios here, and this is my newest vacuum acquisition. I'm only really doing this video, even though I wasn't going to do vacuum requests for a little bit. But I don't get new vacuums too often anymore, and I had a request to do a video on this one, so I just got it. I had to go all the way to the next state over to pick it up, which is annoying. I was supposed to get it 2 weeks ago, but there was some personal family issues that prevented that from happening, so I ended up having to pay more for this, for the person to hold it, which is unfortunate, because I ended up paying $30 for this instead of $20, but what are you going to do? So I still wanted this, and I knew you guys wanted to see it, so I figured it'd be worth it. So this is the original Bissell Powerglide. This machine needs no introduction among Bissell collectors. I mean, it's fairly obvious. Obviously, the Powerglide Platinum is the sought-after one, but this is the original. Has a slightly different design for the bag door, for the base, for the branding, obviously for the filter door. It has the single catch. It has the hose is a bit different. It has this swivel hose like the 3522-R Power Force does. It has different tools. This thing's really dusty, so I want to sneeze. I really need to clean this out, but clean this vacuum up. But it has this little thing instead of the usual combo tool. This like V-shaped thing, which is really weird. And it has an extra belt holder right there, which I guess is cool. And if I can get this on, there we go. It also has a different extension wand's basically the same, but the crevice tool sits very loose. And it's this little thing. And I looked, and yes, if you look at the drawing on here, this is the correct crevice tool, if it'll focus on that, which it doesn't want to. But yeah, you can tell that's the same design. So this is the original crevice tool. It's not some cheap replacement. So it's just gotten loose. So it actually doesn't have any of the suction holes that later models had. Not too much later, but slightly later models had. The power switch is black, which is interesting. I've never seen that before. And obviously it has this is the original Powerglide. Whenever this machine launched, there were 3 SKUs. This is the first one. There was also the Powerglide Plus, which was blue. It had a Filtrete filter on it, and it also had a slightly longer cord. That was about it. And then there's the Powerglide Ultra, which that one had an even higher end Filtrete filter, not HEPA, but another charcoal filter, an even longer cord, and a deluxe stretch hose, just like the one that was on the Clean View. So, yeah, so, and then of course those models were scrapped in like 2003, I think, and then the Powerglide Platinum came out in 2005, and both before and after then the models were pretty much superseded by the Power Force, which was sold about a year after this machine was for about half the price. So you can kind of tell why these machines didn't sell very well, because you could have gotten a better machine like in almost every way for half the price. Now this machine, this particular Powerglide, this one is a standard Powerglide. This is the original model 3545, and this one was manufactured in, I actually read this date wrong. I thought this said the 93rd. It's the 193rd day of 2001. So I'll have to do the math on that and figure out when that was. I thought it was the 93rd day. If it was the 93rd day of 2001, it would have been April 2nd this was made. But I looked at that wrong. It's 193rd day of 2001. So I'll have to do the math and add that in the description to figure out the day this was manufactured. But you can see, obviously 12 amps, 60 hertz. Sticker is a little bit smaller. It has the motor off switch that my Cleanview Power Track used to have. Well, I mean, it still has it, but I don't have that machine anymore. So, yeah. So that's the Powerglide. It also has this really, really bizarre... Sorry, my camera does not want to focus today. It was cold outside, so the video quality is going to suck. It has this really, really weird generic bag in it. It's like a bag inside a bag, which is really bizarre. I'm going to use it for this first part, but for the actual demo, I'm going to put one of my HEPA bags in there. And obviously, this whole thing needs to be cleaned up because it's really dusty. You can tell this machine was well taken care of, since there's not a lot of I mean, there's some scratches on the front of it, but nothing that you wouldn't, nothing out of the ordinary. And, you know, it's also something where the motor sounds fine. At least it did whenever I saw it on video, so I hope it'll sound just as good in real life. But even if not, I'm sure dusting out the motor should help it. But yeah, so this is the original 3545 from 2001. This is the vacuum that started it all, basically. Unless you count the earlier Samsung uprights, the Quiet Jet and the Quiet Storm series, which I'll drop a link to iBuyASIC's video on the Samsung Quiet Jet, which is basically identical to this, only it's a Samsung branded version, and since it's a UK version, it doesn't have a headlight because Europeans hate headlights, apparently. so, um, yeah, someone asked me to do a comparison between a couple machines, so obviously here's the Bissell Clean View, bagless, which is essentially the bagless version of the Powerglide. But you can see that this one was released a year after this one initially was, so although this specific one's from 2004, this one's from 2001, so obviously they have the same base design, the same handle design, similar-ish tool design. You can tell that they were accompanying models, and they were sold for similar prices as well. Next, we have the Bissell PowerForce 3522-R. So this is the 2002 model, although this one has a PowerForce bagless base and a 3522-5 bag change door, so it's not exactly identical, but it has the same design hose, and this one obviously has the different style attachments since it's a PowerForce, and you can kind of tell why it is that this machine didn't sell very well, because this machine had 99% of the features at half the price of the Powerglide, and of course a lot of people liked the black color better than this green. I liked the blue on the Powerglide Plus and the tan that was on the Powerglide Ultra, and obviously the red that's on the Powerglide Platinum. But yeah, and we can of course see Powerglide Platinum. You can tell that this is a lot more similar to this than this, despite them sharing the Powerglide name and having similar design bases. But everything else on this is not at all similar to this in terms of the details. So this is kind of in a league of its own. But yeah, so let's move these other vacs out of the way and give this guy a run. So I have already seen a video of it working, so I know it works, but let's see how well it sounds. And this has a slightly, the cord on this is fairly thin compared to other Bissell cords, which makes it a lot easier to fit in this upper cord hook. So it seems they thought, and despite this being a thinner cord, there's no nicks or scrapes in the cord that I can tell, at least. So the cord wasn't chewed up at all or anything, so got some dirt on this carpet. So the brush does seem to spin, although I can tell based on how loose it is that the belt is very loose and it needs a new belt. But yeah, so let's see how this runs. So it doesn't sound too bad. It sounds better than any of the clean views I've ever had. It has a dust. It has kind of a dusty smell to it. I think that bag is full. Whatever bag's in there, I'm pretty sure it's full. So I need to throw that out. Obviously based on the dust that's in the filter grills. The filter isn't the HEPA or the post motor filter isn't necessarily that dirty, but the grill has a lot of dust in it. So you can tell there is a little bit of dust that's in the motor. But that whole quiet performance thing, which a lot of people made fun of, especially on the Samsung Quiet Jet video, since, you know, it had quiet in the name of the machine, I think Bissell kind of learned their lesson when they wanted to make this machine, and they decided to, at the very least, not put quiet in the name, but just put it as advertising. It actually is a fairly quiet unit, compared to other Bissells. I mean, not by much. Like, it's a slightest bit quieter than maybe my Power Forces. And even the Powerglide Platinum. But, I don't know, maybe there's just like some more motor padding in there. I don't know, I'll have to figure out whenever I open it up to clean it out. But either way, it works perfectly, and, you know, even as it stands right now, and I'm very happy to have it. I have no complaints with it so far. I do kind of wish that I hadn't paid, you know, $30 for it. But at the same time, you know, it's kind of, what can you do? And I'm still selling some other machines that will hopefully offset that. I'm still waiting on a certain individual to buy that Power Force as well as this Power Force. So once that happens, I'll have more space in the collection for this. So yeah, this is I I don't know, my excitement kind of died down while I was waiting and waiting and waiting for it, but now that I actually have it in my hands, I'm really, really happy to have this. Especially because, like, the Powerglide is, like, the most sought after among Bissell collectors, and I have basically the two most notable ones. Now, I mean, there's only two other Powerglides to get, just the Plus and the Ultra, and the Plus, not really much pointed at, but definitely the Ultra is one that I want to get my hands on. I would love to find a Powerglide Ultra, because I do like that tan color scheme, and, you know, so that would be cool. I'm kind of debating on getting rid of my bagless Bissell machines and just collecting the bagged versions. But you know, I still have been unsuccessful at fixing the 8975 fully. So I'm not sure if I'm going to count that as a loss or not. I'm still planning on getting the Rewind Smart Clean from Cameron and swapping it for that Power Force Turbo, which is actually right here. So yeah, we'll see what goes on with that. And obviously the next demo video is going to be the Powerglide. And I still need to do a demo on the 3522-5, the 8975, which I don't know if I'll ever be able to do with the motor being shot in it, basically. And the, what else? The Bissell EasyVac, maybe. These two I'm not doing demos on. This is not my Dyson, so I haven't done a video on it because it's not mine. It doesn't belong to me. Once the person wants me to fix this, I might do a demo on it just to show it working. But either way, this is Intelitech Studios signing out with my Powerglide. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Listen up. The soap you shower with? It's You probably haven't even questioned what bar of soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. I'm talking about natural, nourishing, cold-pressed, hand-cut soap for men. Men who use their hands. Men who build things. Men who open the pickle jar on the first try. Men who catch foul balls without spilling their beer. You won't just smell good either. Your skin will be healthier and more nourished. Dare I say, soft. Oh, men aren't supposed to have soft skin? Yeah, well, men weren't supposed to cry during movies. And then they made the movie Rudy. He's so little. You want to smell like the forest? Boom, pine tar.
Sorry for playing an ad. I didn't realize it was going to play an ad right at the end of that. But yeah. So Yeah.
Now we get to the unboxing. Ooh. Dust. Little stress mark right there. We got
I should have kept all those old newspapers. Who knows how many coupons were in there that I just completely trashed.
newspapers, a box. I believe this is. Never mind. There's nothing in here. Either way, that's another box I can use. All the newspapers again. If that's a sign of who this is from, then you guys already know. We have all this newspaper again. I'm trying to these are all contained to this one corner. And there's the bag door. We have a bag. Okay, so here it is. So he also threw in the outer circular filter that was missing from the, well, you can't see it, but from the Clean Me 2 Deluxe, it was missing the outer circular filter, so that's here. He threw that in this box, so that way I could have that. He didn't really have to, but he did, so I really appreciate that. That's really nice. So, over there. I don't know where that goes to. And it has an Arm & Hammer bag in it. And another I like all the random stuff that's used to package this. That's really cool. Nothing in here. Just a random cougar bag. So that I'll keep. More newspaper. Some rips. That's okay. It's newspaper. And so much newspaper. Newspaper after newspaper. Here's the handle. Turbo brush. The turbo brush is very nice and clean. Does this have? I'm gonna guess that the screw is driven through the back again. Yes, it is. Even if worst case scenario wasn't, I actually do have a spare screw that I ordered from Bissell. So there's the turbo brush. This is the revision 2 of this machine, where the caddy has this indent so you can pull it off easier, and this part of the turbo brush is clear. Whereas on my other turbo brushes, I believe this part is black, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so that's black. So this one's the first one I've had where this part is clear. Not sure why that little bit matters, but it's something to note. Again, here's the bag door, and this will finally reveal what this is. Isn't that nice? Couple scratches on it. Actually, a few scratches, but I can get those off fairly easily. I usually just use the abrasive side of a sponge, and that will clear up those scratches. The only thing is I've done that on black bag doors. I've not done it on a red one, so it'll be interesting. This seems to be a bit of a darker red, actually a lighter red, actually. Maybe like just a richer red than the 3537, which I do still have. I specifically kept the 3537 so that way I could do a comparison between it and the Powerglide Platinum on color. So we'll see. But yes, this is Powerglide Platinum. Of course, HEPA filtration, bag change indicator, of course. You guys know this machine. It has all the best features of the legacy Bissell platform, based on, of course, the Powerglide and the Power Force. First. This is, even though the Powerglide came first, this is essentially a Power Force 3522, but with the features. This is basically like the love trial between a Bissell Clean Me Power Track and a 352-5 Power Force. So I was told this machine doesn't come with any attachments, which is fine. Since I will be selling the 3537 at some point, I'll use the attachments from that and just put them on this. Because obviously the only thing that this needs are the regular tools, since it has the turbo brush. This one's standing up so I won't. Pull this out. Machine which I can't pick up. I have a handle. Actually, grab the hose. Here's the hose. Clear door stretch hose. There we go. And of course the machine itself. And I'm gonna have to stop this video and clear up some space before I continue this. But there it is. Okay, so the Powerglide Platinum is fully put together. It actually has a Arm & Hammer bag in there, which is conveniently the one that, you know, I have current stock of. I only have 2 left. It sucks because I'm trying to sell quite a few vacuums right now. I have way too many, and none of them have been selling. I'm trying to sell both these well, this one I'm giving to Juliet, or yeah, that one. This one I'm trying to sell literally for like $5 or $10. Nobody wants it. And the problem is that this one is missing the bottom plate, and I literally can't find stock of that bottom of the sole plate anywhere. And I need that. So if someone knows where I can find a sole plate for $31.30, please let me know. Back to this. So once I get, once I sell one of those machines, I'll use that money to buy a set of HEPA bags, Bissell Style 7 HEPA bags, because I found a deal. I want to do a review on it because people have been trying to find Style 7 HEPA bags forever. And I have this great, and I have found these great bags. I want to buy them so I can review them, and because they're a really good deal. You know, it's like $18 for 20 HEPA bags. It's crazy, but either way, you know, that's that. And you know, because I have said people that I've said to people that I'm not going to do a demo of my 3522-5, my one that I've had for 10 years, until I find some HEPA bags, because I don't want to get it dirty again. And that's a similar story with this, but at the same time, you know, this, for the demo, I'll still run this. I'll just run another vacuum through before it, so that way I don't have to worry about this one picking up as much, which I know that sounds weird, right? I don't want my vacuum to pick up anything. But, so this one has an original HEPA filter. Just like with the Cleanview 2 Deluxe, I don't think this one's ever been replaced, or at least it's been a little bit, because this one is black with carbon dust. And, well, there's not enough to where if I drop it, a bunch of dust flies out, so it's still somewhat serviceable. I really need to buy more of these filters because I need several of them. But yeah, so that's good. And of course it has the same pre-motor filter as my 3522-5. It has the version that goes all the way throughout the bottom of the container. In fact, show you. This has this filter, which you cannot see that. There you go. You can kind of see it. How that goes all the way across. That's perfectly clean. The inside of this is fairly clean. You can tell it was cleaned, and then it just got a little bit dusty from the one time that it was used for Fan of Vacuum 2's demo, if I can talk today, which I can't. But yeah, so I'm very, very happy to have this. I have yet to turn it on. I mean, I know from the demo that it obviously works, unless it somehow got, you know, messed up in shipping, but I doubt it.
is this?
Introducing the first range of Bissell upright vacuums that feature a mess-free automatic cord rewind. Your home is a place where you can be yourself, but when
Oh, this is a British model.
have the Bissell Powerglide Rewind family vacuum cleaner to take care of it. It has fast and easy cord storage with the touch of a button. Simply press the button and the cord will rewind back into the vacuum cleaner. The family unit comes with a longer cord and hose for extra cleaning reach. Strong suction power and the unique Bissell Helix system captures dirt and other debris for even greater performance, whether you're cleaning carpets or bare floors. It does this by using the internal ribs incorporated into the easy empty dirt container to force large dirt particles, dust and other debris down to the bottom of the tank where they belong. This helps to protect the motor and extends the life of the filter, so the vacuum works more effectively for longer. The Powerglide Rewind family vacuum comes with several attachments. These include a crevice tool, a combination dusting brush upholstery tool designed for cleaning curtains and lighter fabrics.
Oh my god, they're literally using the tool and they don't even have it like snapped in either direction. So like it's not even, doesn't even have suction.
Fabrics and an extension wand for extra reach. It also features a 6-inch turbo brush tool with a rotating brush to easily remove dirt and dust from stairs and upholstery. The large capacity dirt container requires less emptying for fewer trips to the rubbish bin. This Powerglide Rewind family vacuum also features a HEPA media filter that helps to capture pollen, mold, cat, dog and dust mite allergens from the air passing through it. All of these features are packed into one vacuum. The Bissell Powerglide Rewind family vacuum.
Why is there no logo on the dirt container?
Experts in home cleaning.
I still can't figure out if that's supposed to be the UK or Australia. So I still can't figure out if it's... Does Bissell even exist in Australia? I'm not sure. I should probably just ask my friend who lives in Australia, but probably easier to just Google it. If I can even type Bissell Australia. So they do have a Bissell in Australia. I guess it would make sense because Australia doesn't have that ban on certain types of, certain types of motors like the UK does. Scoresby VIC. I don't know what that means. VIC. That's not Victoria. Victoria's England. I know nothing about Australia. Products, vacuum cleaners. What do they got in Australia? Pet hair eraser, here we go. Oh my gosh, $329. $329. What is that in American dollars? I'll have to figure that out. And they got a lot of canister vacuums. So I noticed it seems like in the US, canister vacuums 2111F and 2110F. So these still have the older style base. Huh. Okay, let's see. So let's look at the PowerForce Turbo. PowerForce Helix Turbo. So that's 219 RRP. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming that's Australian dollars. So let's see. So 229 Australian dollars to American. Let's see how much that is. Wow, that's 151. So 150. So that's 150 US. Wow. So this vacuum cost twice as much in Australia as it does in the US. I like the website a lot. Well, actually, I don't know. It's like, I suppose that's kind of weird. But yeah, because so they have, it's 150 US dollars 150 US dollars, whereas this brand new is normal price. Normal price in the US is $80. And right now Walmart has a deal where you can get these for $60. So in Australia you're paying $90 more. In the same currency, you're paying $90 more to get the same machine. Only just the same machine in Australia. And do they even have the bagged version? I don't think, do they even have a bagged vacuum period, or are they all bagless? Because that would suck. If they have no bagged versions whatsoever. Do they just not have that many vacuums? Seems like it. I guess they just not that many options in Australia. What about... Yeah, okay. Huh. I don't even know how I got here. How did I end up looking up Bissell vacuums in Australia? Oh yeah, because I was trying to figure out what accent the person in the video was doing. Okay, well, it's interesting. $99 for a stick vac. $99 for a stick vac. Are you kidding me? But again, that's Australian dollars. $329 for this vacuum, which is like $100 here. Wow. $5.99. Then again, this is like a high-end canister. This looks like a Miele competitor almost. $329. What? $329. Again, that's like, the other one was $229, right? Or two something. What kind of warranty do you get? Do you get any extended warranty? You get the same 2-year warranty. Specific in addition to the rights you may have under the Australian consumer law. Troubleshooting review. What are the reviews on this? No reviews yet. Okay, so nobody owns this. Nobody's reviewed it. Okay, what about this one? And they got the normal one too. Which, why would you buy that? Wait, does this normal one have a stretch hose too? I don't think so. See, there actually is a substantial difference between the two versions though, so it actually would kind of make sense if you wanted to get the normal one over the Helix Turbo. Let's see what reviews we got. No reviews. What about this one? See, that's a substantial price difference between the two variants. And again, you get the same 2-year warranty. Wait, is this the American video? Yeah, 1700 model.
Assembling your unit is quick and easy. First, place the upper handle onto the base and push it down. Attach
Reviews. No reviews yet. Why are there no reviews for any of these? Are these even the... Like, are these even its own pictures, or are these just pictures of the 1700 model? No, because that has a stretch hose, doesn't it? So that is a little bit different. Yeah, that is a stretch hose on it. That's so weird. Huh. What about... Isn't Vax a brand? Okay, let's look at Dyson. Dyson.com.au. Ooh. Latest hair care technology. About Dyson. Register your guarantee. Huh. New Zealand? No. Australia. Europe. Is Australia in Europe? No, it's not. I'm so stupid. Oh, there it is. It says New Zealand. What? Okay. This is weird. Products. Uprights. They call them barrels. They call canisters barrels in Australia. Barrels. And then in the UK, they call them cylinders. And then we call them canisters. It's so weird. I like the look of this one. This one looks pretty. It's Dyson Small Ball. and the normal Dyson ball. Any other upright vacuum. 45-day money-back guarantee. There's a Shark. It's what is that? Electrolux, and some other vacuum. That's the Shark rotator. Radial. It's radial cyclone. They should just call it radical cyclone technology. 2 years. See, yeah, 2 years. It's like they used to be 5 years, and now they're 2. Like, that's ridiculous. Browse vacuum cleaners. All vacuums. View barrels. Just feels weird saying barrels to 6 barrels available. Why do they call them barrels? That just sounds weird. So, yeah, Australia, a lot of the way that they describe things makes more sense. Like sweaters, they call them jumpers. That makes more sense because people exercise in sweaters and sweatpants. People exercise in them, so call it jump because when you exercise, you jump. Diapers, they call them nappies because, you put on the baby so it can take a nap. It makes sense. But this doesn't make any sense at all. To me, at least. I don't know. Just a normal American bloke. I'm not a bloke. Bloke is normal. I'm not normal at all. Or I'm not posh either, because posh means fancy. I know nothing about this stuff. Pretty much the only education I get is talking to my friend who lives in Australia. I love saying heaps. Just heaps is... I don't know why I like saying that. Heaps. It's a good, shortcut to say, See, they say heaps. We say shit ton. This is weird. How the hell did I end up here? Oh my god. I'm just like, how the heck did I end up here? Ranting about random words they say in Australia. Oh, here's a drop test. Drop tests are fun. And after this, I'll probably go ahead and stop streaming because not many people are watching this anymore.
It's that time of year. We have the Galaxy S20 Ultra in the studio, but we're going to be dropping it side by side with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. A phone that, when it was first released, Apple said was using the strongest glass in any smartphone. Of course, there's no way to know exactly what type of glass they were actually talking about since they don't tell us. But unlike Apple, Samsung does tell us exactly what kind of glass we have, which in the case of the S20 Ultra is Gorilla Glass 6 on both the front and on the back, which is probably a good idea to have on a $1,400 smartphone. So if you plan on using one of these phones without a case on, in this video we're going to find out which one of these two does better when dropped in the same exact way. Round number 1, backdrop. 3, 2, 1.
Background noise. Sorry, it's cold. Oh, wow.
So that backdrop shatters the glass on the iPhone 11 Pro Max, but on the S20 Ultra, the glass is surprisingly still intact, which could be due to Gorilla Glass 6, but we've seen Gorilla Glass 6 crack before. So I think the major factor here was that big old protruding camera lens. Due to the flat drop on its back from the machine, the camera hump actually took the majority of the damage here, and enough of the impact to where the glass on the back didn't crack. Now, of course, different angles of drops can obviously produce different results, but in this controlled drop between the two phones, the S20 Ultra gets the easy win in round number 1. Round number 2,
Corner drop.
2, 1, 1.
Ouch.
Neither phone takes too much damage from the corner drop, with the screen...
I probably should stop this because I might get a copyright claim. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's pretty much just a random Thursday night stream. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next random stream. Have a good one.